Paul over here at Predator Motorsports in Florida. So we've got the Cummins all set, got it running and test driven. We're getting it ready to send back to the customer now. So now you can actually see with the body down how tight it actually is. Paul over here at Predator, Florida, showing you what we have right here. This is our 24 valve common rail Cummins that we did. We actually did this one in California, and on our first episode, I walked by it and briefly said that we were doing injectors on it. So now you can see what we actually have going on. So Mike and myself actually did the injectors. We had it running for about 2 hours. The way it sits ran pretty good, but I'll give you a rundown of what we actually have. So not only, like I said, the 24 valve common rail Cummins, but it also has the Allison 1000 6-speed that we built in California as well. It is our stage 4 transmission, and a lot of you guys are asking if we could do this conversion. So here's your answer: yes, we can. However, there is a lot that goes into it, so it's not as simple as like just throwing it in here. So what we had to do on this one is, because the body lift is 3 inches on the Cummins, on this particular one we actually added 2 inches to the body mount perch itself on all 6 corners. So you see we made that one, you see we lifted it here, and then there's a 1-inch puck that goes on here. One of these pucks go on the back one as well. The exhaust goes underneath the transmission. Typically we don't do that on our Duramaxes. We come down this way. However, the turbo's on this side of the engine on this setup. So you see, as we came across here, one of the problems that we came across is the front drive shaft. So we had to bend this in to make the drive shaft fit with the exhaust as well. So then we came up and across and out the back. On the power steering, you see the reservoir is mounted up on top. Normally it's actually mounted on the power steering pump itself right here. So as you can see with the intercooler pipe, there's no way to actually make that fit. So I had to relocate it up to the top. So it looks like it's supposed to be there. However, it wasn't located there from the factory. And then you can see also the fan shroud we actually made. So this is not the factory fan shroud that comes with the H1. This one's made out of steel sheet metal that we made in California as well. And then the fan is actually off of a 6.5 factory H1 truck. Another issue we came across was on the factory breather system. It was actually sitting about 2.5 inches taller. However, I didn't want to lift the truck so high up. It just looked kind of funny, and it made it real top heavy the way it was sitting. So we actually made this over in California. We water jetted it out, then we engraved this in our CNC, and I made this as part of the breather system. There's actually stainless mesh inside here to stop the oil from actually just like going right through, because this goes to the intake system. And then I just bought a universal setup for the oil filler cap, and then we just use the factory seals on the inside. Going over M998 that we just got done building, going back to the customer tomorrow, and we have Andrew over here. He's the one that actually did a lot of the work on the truck. So we're going to go over the details on the inside and the outside and show you some of the stuff we've done.
This is a sledgehammer. It was provided by the customer, something new, because we've never really put them on the hood before like this. But we've got the textured powder coated black mounts for it. Then in front of that we have the textured black hood scoop.
We also have the LED headlights, as you can see here, and also the LED turn signals up in the front, and the quarter lights as well. So going down the side of the truck, you can see that we put the soft doors on. These are brand new doors and brand new soft top as well, customer supplied, and also the brand new mirrors. We also put our Predator logo on each side of the truck as well.
So as far as, we also painted this, went with a Kevlar seagrass green. It's kind of like an olive drab green, a little bit different. It's Kevlar textured coating. And we also got the locking fuel door. And then we come down here, we got these rails. Now these rails are actually made for a truck size. What we did was we chopped them down them together and kind of custom made them to fit this as like a troop carrier type ride. And then we've got the wood we also in here in custom stained. And we got our badge again, along with the axe mount on the other side. That's what that's there for. So it kind of helps brace the axe mount, but it kind of fits it pretty good. So this is another part we installed that was a customer supplied. It's a little bit different. It looks like a normal jerry can. However, you open it up. There you go. And it's actually a toolbox. We got, you know, drawers up there, down here. Pretty nifty, pretty different.
And then when you're all set, you just go ahead and put it right back in the carrier right here. Latch it, lock it, you're good to go. Here's another toolbox that the customer wanted us to put in here. So this one, he just has his webbing in here, tie downs and everything. So the customer also wanted to put in a 12 volt plug in the back right here. It's a cigarette plug right over here. And then we also put in this partition as well. This used to be a 2-door truck. It's obviously now a 4-door soft top. So a little bit different than the way it came in. Another thing a little bit different that we've done on this truck that we've done on the past ones. This one has the Pintle Hook. You can see here, and it also has a receiver. Now it does bolt straight to the frame. So it's not just bolted straight to the bumper. This bumper is actually off of the H1. It is not offered with the Humvee, and it does give the added support going to the frame than just like something bolted straight to the bumper. So you can have the full weight capacity as a normal H1.
So I'm about 6'4", and you know, most times I'm in a Humvee, I can't. My knees are in the wheel. So with the seat modifications we've done here, I've got plenty of leg room, and this is all the way back. So if we move it up a little bit, you know, this is what it feels like to be in a Humvee normally for me. But once you move it all the way back, then we got plenty of room here, plenty of support in the seat. It's actually pretty comfortable. We also went ahead and installed the Momo steering wheel here. So nice little upgrade. And then with the key, it looks like a normal, you know, Humvee on-off switch run start, but it actually is modified to have an ignition key built into it. And when we get it put in there, it actually locks in. It's not going to fall out while you're driving or anything. And then you take it out, take it with you. You don't have to worry about anybody, you know, stealing it.
Okay, so you can see right here that we have our racing seats in there, all 4 with our supports that we made for this, the front seat belts. We don't have them on the rear. You can also see our search and rescue center console rack with a fire extinguisher as well. So right here, what we did was we actually cut out this piece that is normally on either the truck or the M998 to actually give it more room. So like when Andrew was showing you how he was actually able to move back further, it's because of the support that we removed here, and we capped it off on both ends. It still has the rigidity of the truck, but we did this for the added legroom that you're gonna need. Okay, so under the hood, you can see that we did the Duramax conversion. So you can see the electrical that we did here, the 2 fuse blocks. And here you see that we actually did some pre-wiring for the customer that he requested. So these are, they're already pre-wired, they're dead, ready to go into the fuse block. And if you look over here, this is where we put the switches, right here for later use. So all the wiring has already been done. All the customer has to do is add the lights or whatever he wants to put in, and he's good to go. Okay, so we did the Duramax conversion along with the Allison transmission and the 2-speed transfer case option. This truck, we also did the 12K axle upgrade and the 12-inch brake system on it as well.